better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. Chosen one, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that it's my time.
Let the past be the past, I'm on a new level.
No regrets, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try.
It wasn't easy, but nothing is.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans on Sunday Night Primetime. Tirico along with Greg Olsen, the kicker. Andres Borregales has the ball on the tee. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. 27 yards line. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. That's what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get some talking face out of my way.
Here we go.
Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stick with him again. We tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. The UCLA man, the former first-rounder, Laiatu Latu, getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's a run of the gun. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. action. He'll set up to throw. Exiting the pocket right. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. That's good for a Colts first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. He sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And this will be a Texans first down. As we'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Find his man, that's Jaden Higgins. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Texans first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
That is caught. Higgins. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stroud. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
To number 22. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Colts 5-yard line.
Here we go. 18.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. What will the second quarter have in store? And more from Houston coming up in a moment. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Houston. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Colts nothing.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 3. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it with Walker. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. A gain of 26 yards, and the decision to go for it winds up being a good one.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he's in! Touchdown, Indy. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. The extra point, up and good. And the Colts will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
20-yard line.
On the quick, right?
They'll begin here on the ground. Finding room at the 35. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And the Texans.
An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
At the 40-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 18 on the gain again. And another first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the bootleg, it's Stroud. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Texans.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
A safe kick taken at the 5. They'll go with the reverse. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Derek Stingley Jr. off the edge makes the tackle.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
The 47-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment.
On the quick, right?
Right back to him on first down. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
It doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I would imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
First and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's close to another first down. It's brought down just shy of the marker.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. 15-yard pickup there. First down for Houston.
Here we go. Watch it. 18. Hey, south.
Here's Stroud. That one, taken in. Touchdown, Houston. It's his third touchdown catch this year. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught! And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. From the 39, here's a first and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's third and 10. He'll look to throw. That's dropped off for Walker. 15 yards on the catch and run for the first down. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw yet again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, well short of what he needed. And the punt team will come on for fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Colts about to kick this one away. Whoa! And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's good for a Texans first down.
we go. Let's go.
Stroud to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off from their execution and leads to an incompletion. We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
To throw, it's Stroud. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved, and keeps the offense on the field.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take him down for a loss.
And he will go all the way. Israel Abanikanda. Touchdown, Texans. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
28, Colts 10. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick
And
off
so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
19, Tiger.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Back to the air one more time. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Indianapolis. That's his second touchdown tonight. The extra point is up and through. And the Colts are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17.
Andy Borregales set to kick off.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
All right.
We see a lot of this as they begin the fourth quarter on the ground. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
All right.
On play action. Stroud. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 20.
Up the middle they go. And the Texans are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
First down.
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Here's a run. A short game, down to the 7.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's third and goal.
All right.
From the gun, here's Stroud, and he'll take it on in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Houston. That is second touchdown of the game. He's got 20 on the year. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
17.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7. 4-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
The run will land on the stop. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd
So,
and
2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Second and a yard. Now a give up the middle, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
Here we go. 18. That's it. Hey, uno more.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's taken in, and he will get the 1st down. They took a chance, but they convert on 4th and 3.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
So it's a win here for the Texans.